Hello and welcome to episode 19 of the NJ.
Joe, take a step back from the microphone, buddy.
Really? Am I too close?
Yeah, you got a new microphone. You don't have to put your lips right on it.
I don't know how it sounds.
It sounds fine right now. Just
Okay.
don't put it back in your mouth.
Okay. Am I starting again?
Roll it.
Welcome to episode 19 of the NJ Multi-Species Podcast. I am Joe Santiago. This is my douchebag partner, Chris Pereira.
What's up?
I cannot believe that I am saying episode 19. That means we have sat here for 19 straight weeks in a row, and we are still here somehow. Not sure how really, but whatever.
A couple of people want to keep hearing it, so we keep giving it to them. I mean, there's a lot of sadists out there, I guess, masochists, one or the other.
The subscriber number went up, so I did purchase a microphone just like Chris and a webcam. So we now have new webcams, an intro, new microphones, and a new logo. So we do have. I'm wearing the Team Mayhem shirt right now.
He is wearing it.
I am wearing it. I will be wearing it at the tournament. So will other people. Tonight.
How many of those did you hand out, or are gonna hand out?
I don't know. I got to take a count and get it in. It's on Facebook. They're all writing it.
All right.
But there's at least, I think, 10 to 15.
Get the hell out of here.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Thomas Wyatt's coming. John Smalley's coming. A lot of people are coming out of the woodwork.
And they're all going to wear one of these shirts?
That's up to them. I don't care. Tonight's guest is John Fallon, who Chris says I self-proclaim named him wildlife action photographer. That's what I call him. Fishing with Fallon. What's that?
You idolize him. I thought you were going to quit fishing and just pick up photography at one point.
Listen, fishing, when you're fishing, obviously, and most people, some of the old timers make fun of you because they don't even care anymore about the pictures, but everyone's after the hero shot. That's what everyone's after. You want the shot holding the fish, and you want to post it on social media. You don't want to admit that, but that's what you want to do. That's what everyone wants, is the hero shot. That's basically what we're all chasing. But this was just something from a totally new perspective that I'd never seen. Pictures of the fish mid-fight. Pictures of the fish underwater during the fight. Pictures of the fish above the surface with the water like frozen. I mean, we have video of that day that's going to come out with John's episode, so you'll get to watch it. But you could see from my GoPro, some of the aerials they're pretty far away, and you don't really get to see what's going on. But in these pictures, you saw it frame by frame, close up to the fraction of the water droplets being frozen. It's just, I've never seen fish that I've caught from that perspective.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was pretty awesome, I will admit. And I'm just half joking. I mean, I think photography and fishing and any other outdoors activity are, they kind of go hand in hand in at least some aspects. I mean, I know, like what you're saying, a lot of guys claim they don't care anymore. They're still going to take a picture of that bigger fish that they catch. You know what? If someone's claiming they don't take pictures of their big fish, I don't think they're catching a big fish. Even if it's just for your own personal, collection. You're taking a picture of a big fish unless something out of your control happens. The fish takes too long to unhook and you want to just get it back in the water quick, or it flops out of your hand after it goes in the net, or something like that. I mean,
But I feel like everyone has photo albums filled with pictures of them holding fish, and a lot of
right.
guys have fish mounts. How
Mhm.
many guys have still frame shots of a fish they caught mid-fight from a professional photographer? And I mean, like I said, this guy was better than the guy that did my wedding, and the guy that did my wedding was $4,000.
Yeah. No, you're totally right. I mean, I think I'm gonna get. I know you were thinking the same thing, but we're gonna get some of those shots that he took that day, or in the future. I mean, he's going to be invited to fish with us plenty more times, and we'll talk about one of those times coming up. But
Well,
I'm
he
going to take
might.
some.
Let's wait till he comes. He might be coming on the shark thing. He's possibly coming on the shark thing. So let's just wait till he comes on to even talk about him anymore, because we have other stuff.
No, I mean, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to say, like, I'm literally going to get some of his shots and print out, like, can't get canvas prints made, and
Oh,
just
absolutely.
I'm going to
Yeah,
make a backdrop for this closet door is getting old. Nobody ever popped out of it and scared the shit out of me, which was disappointing. I'm surprised you didn't set that up. So I'm gonna decorate it. So I'm definitely gonna use some of those canvas shots. You'll see.
and I reached out to John after the trip, and I said, John, what would it take to get, two of these like 8x10s signed by you, originals? And I told him I would send him the money and stuff, and he said, "Oh no problem. Just pick the two you want. I'll send them to you." I mean, the guy. I don't want to even talk about him no more till he's on
Great.
here.
All right, stop talking about him until he comes on. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Move on.
Kevin Cool. I talked to Kevin Cool. Lake Apacon. There still continues to be somewhat of a night bite. If you are looking to get out at night, there is. Kevin Cool said there is action. It's a lot of bass action. But there are still hybrids and walleye in the mix. More stripers than walleye, but it's still kind of not really going on, but it's enough of a chance for you to take a gamble.
Yeah,
If you go during the day, they're slow trolling 20 feet and above for hybrids. That's basically their main game right now.
pretty much the. That's pretty much the general way to do it. You want to cover water and you know
I
get your
got
stuff
back
out.
the past few episodes. We've kind of missed some of the basic, homegrown New Jersey stuff. So I want to make sure we don't miss that stuff today. The carp, the Skillful Angler board, the carp. There's a new leader, correct? I believe it's a kid
Yeah,
too.
it's been it was on there last time. We forgot to touch on it. I think we mentioned Sandy Kennedy had the first bowfin up there leading with a 25 3/4 inch bowfin. I think I did mention that. We didn't mention there's a new carp leader, which I think was a vacant spot, but this is a
Yeah.
nice carp, and it looks like, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to assume anyone's age, but looks like a kid, like a pretty young kid, got this carp.
No,
Uh,
I think his name's Adam.
no,
It
it's
looks
not.
like yeah, Aiden Shoemaker, 38 and a
That
half
was much
inches,
much closer. You said Adam first, but all right.
and it looks like yeah, that's a pretty long carp for a kid, and that is a younger kid.
For anyone, that's a real nice carp.
And there is a new leader for the walleye, Andrew Noonan, with a 26 1/4. That fish I kind of made us think about on the website. Chris says it looks legit. I say it doesn't.
Here's the
Uh,
thing. Here's the thing. When you're doing with the skillful angler, there's no requirement for a bump board. All right. These pictures are all, I don't know, lack of a better word, they're all suspect in some way. I don't think anyone's trying to cheat to get a piece of paper. Like, this is just a for
no,
fun kind of.
they're not.
bullshitting with your friends, bragging
that,
type of thing with your friends and stuff.
that picture's measured to the mouth open. The
A
girl
lot of them, the fish has the mouth open. The state employee, Kyle, he seems to adjust for that, and I think he did in this case as well. I think what's tricking people about this picture and why I said it's fine is the top of the tail is shorter than the bottom part of the tail on the picture, and the top part of the tail looks like it's nowhere near the zero. But if you close a straight edge up to the edge of the ruler, it touches the bottom part of the tail.
the top part of the tail is missing a piece that does cause an illusion that it's not zeroed out, but it doesn't change the fact that the end of the tape is going to the open fish lip, which I have a 26-inch hybrid on the board. If I open his mouth, it adds 1.5 inches to the fish. It's 27.5.
I mean, that brings up a good point. Your fish picture, where's the rulers under the fish? Can't see it. If this was a strict contest, this guy's fish would have been disqualified. Your fish would have been disqualified.
I think honestly, I was just being totally biased because I just felt bad for the girl that got knocked off. But it is what it is. Like I said,
goddamn trip to Lake Ontario from our show. What do you feel bad about?
If Henro turns that fish in, which I told him I don't think he could turn it in because he ate it while it was still alive. He says it was released. But if he turns that fish in, that's 27.5.
Well, Henry hasn't released a fish in 15 years.
Well, he swears he released this one, so we'll see. If he turns that fish in, it's going to crush everyone.
Well,
but yeah,
it's too late technically anyway. They have a 30-day limit.
Andrew Noonan, don't hate me. I'm not attacking your fish. I'm just attacking the shitty picture you took at the shitty angle. But the fish might actually be, if Chris is right, the fish is bigger than 26.5. 26.25.
Just to be clear, I'm not claiming one way or the other. I'm just saying, based on the same quality of all the other fish, there's nothing wrong with this one. I mean, and while we're on the
Andrew, just so Andrew knows, the main complaint about this came from an email from a guy named Dwayne Chapman, also known as NJ Squatch. He's the main complainer about this and the one that told us to bring it up on the podcast. So you could just attack him.
Yeah, take it up with him. I mean, or you know what? Contact us and we'll let you on the show and we'll let you talk shit about him right on the show. As he watches it religiously, multiple times.
I was able to speak to John Gabrini. I know you don't want to speak to him, but I did speak to him. He's on Candlewood fishing some tournament with Joe Bergen. He said they're doing really well on spinnerbaits. He said right now the best chance if you're looking for a nice bag of bass is to fish at night. I know you guys fishing in the bass tournaments can't fish at night, but if you're not fishing a tournament and you are looking to catch big bass, seems like all these guys catching the big bass are fishing at night, right, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, when you get into these dog days of summer, they happened a little bit early this year, and it's kind of dragging on. You don't usually see this drag on like this in July, but yeah, when you get these hot summer days over and over again, you're better off going out there at night. I mean,
I didn't even really know about this because I don't bass fish, but it seems like as soon as we come off the lake at the end of our night season and go back to day fishing, that's when these bass guys, they switch to night.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I mean, I'll remember some years we're night fishing, obviously you start catching walleye first, then hybrids kind of get in the mix. Then it's mostly hybrids. You barely see walleye anymore. Although, like you said before, they are seeing still a pretty decent amount of walleye considering how hot it's been, how far in the season we're getting. I feel like usually they're few and far between. and it seems like those guys over there on like a Pack on Guide service are still nabbing quite a few of them. But yeah, you get the hybrids then after that, and then you start the bass kind of, I don't want to say take over, but the hybrids start becoming a little bit less quantity, and you start plucking away at bass. And if you're not interested in staying up late at night to catch big bass, you kind of move on.
Well, in other news, I don't know too much about this, but I'm going to mention it. Jen Wan, he's very involved with the American Tackle Company. They went down to ICAST. Chris, do you know what ICAST? Like, ICAST is like a huge thing, isn't it? I don't know that much about it, but it's a big deal. No?
Yeah, I work with American Tackle too a little bit. I've talked to the guy that runs that part of it over there, Austin Todd. They've sent me stuff to try, stuff to write reviews on, stuff just for posting for them, and hats. And you'll see me in their hats sometimes. I got some hats from them and stuff.
Well, Jen, they went down there to the Orlando Convention Center July 13th, and they won best of show at ICAST 2023, best of show. So I guess they were the best show of the show. I mean, well, I don't, like I said, I don't know that much about this, but it seems like a fairly big deal, and Jen seems to be super happy about it. So
what I saw that, and I meant to ask him, and I didn't, and I was hoping maybe he told you, but I wanted to know exactly what it was for. I know they make a lot of rod components, and they invent a lot of different types of innovative guides and reel seats and stuff like that. So I'm assuming it's for one of those products, but I know they also do some fishing line, I believe. I use some of their fishing line. But I guess he didn't tell you exactly what product it was for, or if it was for, maybe it was for the whole company.
Seems like it was for the whole show, that their whole production, because it says the best show of show. So it was whatever they do there, it was the best of that.
I don't think they're putting on a show there. It's like they're introducing new products and.
All right, so I guess they had the best display. We'll have to talk to Jen when he gets back. Like I said, he has pictures posted. He sent me a brief over thing of it. Like I said, it's probably bass stuff. I don't know anything about it.
Well, I'm telling you some stuff about it. I know American Tackle Company they're real popular with anyone who makes fishing rods, who likes to build their own fishing rods. They know American Tackle Company, I'm sure, because they make a lot of innovative parts that you use to build the rods.
Gotcha.
So I will find out. I mean, is Jen going to come on the show finally? What's he going to do?
He will. Yeah, he's still there though. He's not back yet.
Now, when he gets back, he can touch on. I mean, it's not a New Jersey-based company, but I've dealt directly with them, like I said, and Austin's awesome. And
well, congratulations to Jen and all of them, and hopefully we could talk to them when they get back.
Yeah.
If you're watching this episode tomorrow at 4 p.m., the Grand Slam tournament opens. All hell will break loose at exactly 4 p.m. You have to be registered by 4 p.m. The clock is running out. Kevin Glenn is working relentlessly around the clock to clear hobo camp spaces for shore fishermen. He has hobo camp shirts.
I think he was worried that he might get flooded out by all the rain we had.
Yeah, he doesn't want his hobo camps flooded, but we are trying to make room for more people on boats as they come in. You have to be registered, though, guys. A lot of messages of people, we see the sheet from Mikey. We know you're messaging me. Oh, can I fish with you? I'm looking at the sheet. You're not registered. So if you're on my boat, I'll get thrown out. So you have to go down to Sporting Life and register. There's just no question about that at all.
Yeah,
Get that done immediately.
You can't fish for fun on someone's boat that's
No.
trying to do the contest on those days.
No.
You'll get the whole boat disqualified.
You have to get down to Sporting Life. I was there. I put a picture up of me filling it out. The Sporting Life's an hour and a half away from my house, so I drove an hour and a half away just to sign up for the tournament.
Yeah,
actually, it just has to be done. What do you want me to tell you? We are working. We are. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
What?
I'm saying we're also working to get the Team Mayhem shirts. I have them. Deuce can get them. I put my Venmo online. We need $15 and we need your size. I will get you these by Friday. Team Mayhem. I want to see it everywhere.
That's pretty much cost. Joe is not making any money off of you for this.
It's exactly this shirt costs $15 exactly. So it's just
it costs $49.95. You're making a nickel off of them.
$14.95. Yes.
Yeah.
But then after the government taxes me, it's over. Okay. Other than that,
I feel like you could write this off.
Whatever. Other than that, before we bring Fallon in, good luck to everyone who is fishing the Grand Slam. But also, I know a bunch of guys are also fishing the hybrid tournament at the Knee Deep Club. We know that's where Davy Jones is fishing because he can't leave there. So there,
I guess there's probably a little bit of an oversight to have them on the same weekend, but it is what it is.
Well, one of them's a hybrid contest, and one of them is multi-species insane craziness.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I'm sure a lot of guys would have liked to have done both. They can't because they're on the same weekend, but whatever.
Yeah, it's understandable, but what are you going to do? I mean, there's only so many days. All right, let's get Fallon in here.
All right, let's do it.
Let's bring my idol in. So this next guest, who we've been waiting to have on for a while, I've continuously been accused of having a man crush on him by Chris and my wife. He's the first person to ever take free pictures of me, and it didn't turn into a Jeffrey Dahmer type situation. I named him, what did I name him, Chris? Wildlife action photographer, John Fallon.
You gave him some kind of title, and it just, I think he liked it. Just stuck.
Yeah, I do.
Wildlife action photographer, John Fallon. Ladies and gentlemen.
There he is. John, welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
John, what's going on?
You look like you're blushing a little bit from Joe's introduction. Slightly homoerotic introduction of you.
Now, John, we got the opportunity to go fishing with you, and we kind of felt like it took our podcast and what we're kind of doing up to the next step because, we're just two people in a bedroom that no one really cares about. And you're like a pretty well-known photographer with 9,000 Instagram followers. So when you were like, hey, I want to go, we're like,
not in the same bedroom, just to be clear.
Oh, okay.
No, it is separate bedrooms. We were kind of starstruck by it, and we don't usually, like I said, we have the video we're gonna release with your episode, but we don't usually fish live bait. But we pulled out all the stops that day because we were just nervous, right, Chris?
I mean, you're laying it on kind of thick, but we really did want to give you. I mean, we followed each other on social media for a while, and I honestly thought you were a professional photographer. I didn't realize this was just a really strong hobby for you.
Yeah.
I mean, so when I found out that you kind of just did this on the side when you went fishing. I thought that was really cool, and we definitely wanted to make sure we had ample opportunities for you to get some of those awesome shots.
Yeah. No, you guys did great, man. You definitely got a lot of fish. Got a lot of action, you know. Sure.
John, are you the best fisherman in New Jersey because you've seen how everyone fishes? How do we know you're not just throwing all these pictures in the trash and using it to get the spots?
I worry that sometimes people think that, you know, but no, that's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm up to.
Just to describe what, you'll see it in the video. That's got the whole. We have all the fish on video, everything. It's going to be on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure he didn't pee the whole day. He didn't eat. Chris, did you see him eat?
I did.
He did. I think he ate some beef jerky at one point.
Yep.
Did you see him I didn't see him do anything really.
I don't remember. I don't remember eating or peeing either, though.
Yeah, you guys didn't either.
But you get a lot of perks though. Like I do. You get a lot of perks. Like people offer you, like, hey, come on, man, let's go.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, that seems like a cool part of it.
Yeah, definitely.
But here's the thing, right? Yeah, it's an awesome perk. Like he gets to go fishing and with all these go after all these cool fish. John, you didn't touch a fishing rod the whole fucking trip. I begged you to catch one fish. Here, fish a little bit. He wouldn't take his hand off that camera shutter button.
Yep. You gotta be ready. You gotta be ready.
Was it always like that for you since the beginning, so you started off, you were a fisherman?
Oh yeah, yep. Hunting, fishing, you know, and the pictures were like, you know, the secondary thing, you know, and then it switched, you know.
What made that switch happen?
Just, you know, the storytelling part. You know, I wanted to show more what we were up to with the hunting and fishing, and just the things we see, and and then I wanted to get that stuff better. I wanted to get better quality of the storytelling part, you know, and then it just switched for me, and it was like, yeah, now I'm more obsessed with capturing a great image than actually catching a fish, you know.
I can understand that to a point, but I still can't believe, like, I thought you'd put the camera down for a little bit, catch a couple fish, then go back to it. Like, you didn't fish the whole time.
Yep. My biggest fear is as soon as I do that, like, that's when I'm going to miss, that's when I'm going to miss something. That's my biggest fear, you know?
Yeah, I guess I get it. You know what, though, Joe, we're obviously, John, I hope you'll accept future invitations, because we're just going to keep inviting you on trips. You're an awesome dude. Like, we had a great time.
Yeah, me
but
too.
I basically made him swear that he has to catch a fucking fish. He has to at least touch a fishing rod.
All right. Like I said, just one though.
The thing that's crazy about this to me is when I look at it, I see dollar signs all over it, because I would literally myself pay him to have him come on my boat for a couple hours and take pictures of my kids fishing, and then I would buy the pictures. And like I said, it costs $4,000 to have some asshole do this at a wedding.
Yeah.
To have someone do it on your fishing boat, especially saltwater. But for him, it's not this isn't a business at all. It's not a business. He has a regular job.
Mm-hmm.
This is a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have any plans of making it into a business?
Yeah. I think, like, right now I'm getting experience, kind of building a reputation, so yeah, maybe someday, like, I'm in construction, so, I'm 49. I can't do that forever. So, maybe in 5-10 years or something, maybe,
And now I know you even told us, we don't talk about hunting too much on this show,
mm-hmm.
but you go on hunting trips to actual lodges with outfitters and instead of taking a rifle or a bow, you take a camera.
Yeah, I haven't done it with an outfitter yet, but I followed a couple hunters, out west, and we did like a self-guided thing. So yeah, I've done that. Yep.
Do you hunt?
Oh yeah, I hunt. Absolutely.
You do hunt.
Yep.
With a weapon, not a camera. You actually shoot.
Yep. Turkey, deer, archery, do all that too.
I had this vision of him telling like his family, "I'm going out hunting. I'll be back," and his family's waiting for like this delicious venison to come back, and he just comes back with photos of deer.
Just pictures, inedible pictures.
Yeah,
and a bag of salad.
So, John, what's going to happen now when we go to the shark fishing thing? Now, the shark fishing thing's interesting because it's going to be the first time we're going to go on YouTube live.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So we're basically going to hit the live button on YouTube. The fishing's going to start. We're going to all be interacting with the people that are watching live, and hopefully we get something on the line. Mm-hmm. What is your plan of attack for a large land-based shark like this? Are you getting in the water? What are you doing with this?
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. Wide angle lens. I envision the fish thrashing in the shallows. The guy. I think with these the sharks, I don't think you're really allowed to like bring them on the stand. I think you're not. No. You got to unhook them in the water. So
in the surf. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be right in there, getting the wide. I think wide angles the lens to use there.
Have you gotten these sharks before?
So we've done some land-based shark fishing in Ocean City, New Jersey. We've gotten some the sandbars. I've never gotten the sand tigers, which I think maybe this guy might be going for.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're not really allowed to. Not that you can control what you target, but
right.
Next week we've got Matt Teeter coming on, and he's actually a fisherman and a lawyer, and we're going to actually discuss some of this with him.
Nice.
But yeah, basically the prohibited shark species you can't target. How you choose what shark you target,
Yeah.
In a nutshell, we're going thresher shark fishing from the beach.
Striper. We're striper fishing.
We're striper and thresher shark fishing.
Look, there's some sharks you're allowed to target.
Yeah.
Sand tiger is not one of them.
Yep.
But if you catch one, there's legal ways to unhook it in the water, like you said. But yeah, you're right. Any photos you're going to take of this fish are going to have to be in the moment, live, while the fish is in the wash, being unhooked and released immediately.
Yep.
But we're going with a professional guide, wet side shark, and so he knows all the laws and the rules about everything, and he knows all the sharks, and so he knows.
I'm not worried about him knowing it. I just want to clarify with anyone listening.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, all right, so we're good for shark fishing then.
You're definitely coming then, John? That's it?
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
I've never seen Joe so excited / worried in my life. He's like, do you think he'll really come? Do you think he'll really come? If he said he wants to go, then he'll go.
So now, let me just stack up, Chris, what you're up against here. We have a shark guide service willing to take us fishing. John Fallon's coming to photograph the event, and we're going to do it on a YouTube live program that we've never used, and we don't even know if it works.
I mean, look, you tune into it. What's the worst that could happen? You watch a total crash and burn, train wreck, dumpster fire. I mean, people love to watch. People stop and look at car accidents. So,
you could just watch John photograph seagulls for 5 hours and sea creatures on the seashells.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we're gonna do our best. I would bet money that it's gonna be entertaining in one way or another. I mean.
Now, John, I want to get back to John with the photography before we have to let him go. The new age now, everything's digital. There's no more dark rooms, really. I mean, no point.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get a better quality photo out of a dark room than a digital, or they're the same now?
Yeah, so I mean, I never was part of that. I never did that stuff, so I can't really speak to that. But
so, what do you actually do with all this material? I mean, do you have databases of this?
yeah, there's drives that can hold thousands of photos. So I just keep saving them, and like I said, maybe someday it'll be able to use them for something, prints maybe, who knows. I've been able to get into some magazines, which is cool. So
how does it work legally? If let's just say you're out taking a walk on the beach, you take a beautiful picture of a sunset, you throw it up on John Fallon Facebook page. Can someone take that picture and use it for whatever they want, or legally that belongs to you?
Yeah, there's all kinds of weird copyright stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Hey, Joe, write that down and save it for next week when the lawyer's on.
Yeah.
Well, see, that was one thing. John, you don't water stamp your photos, right?
No, I do not. I catch a lot of shit about that, but if I'm going to do it, most people, you're going to do it at the bottom or somewhere where it can be cropped out easily. So to me, it's almost not even worth it. If you're going to do it where it matters, you're going to end up slapping it across the front of the photo where the photo looks like shit. So
yeah,
I don't see the point in doing it,
Yeah, because I said that to you, right, Chris? When we first saw the photos, I said, "Wow, he doesn't water stamp his pictures."
Yeah, Joe was like, "Dude, we've got all the pictures. Fuck this guy. We don't ever need to talk to him again."
That's not true at all. No.
Nah. But no, I was saying before we had you come on here, John. I said the photos are so cool. I'm gonna get the canvas. I'm gonna get canvas prints of them and have them behind me on the podcast. It's gonna be part of the decoration here.
Nice, awesome. I love hearing that. That's why I do it. Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's not yeah, I could go online or I could go to some store or whatever and buy some nature pictures, but it's not the same thing.
Right.
It's like you have pictures of fish that we were actually fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's one of a lake trout that came to the surface and kind of swung his tail around.
Yeah.
And made this rainbow of paper thin water.
Yeah.
And he caught it at that exact moment. I mean, I realize your camera's just firing off photos, but at this exact moment, there's this completely crisp, clear, totally not a blurry part of the whole picture of this lake trout tail just making this rainbow of paper thin water across. And it's just an awesome picture. And if it was just a normal picture, it'd be, that's a cool picture. I was fighting that fish, or Joe was fighting that fish, I don't remember.
Right.
And so it means something.
Right. Yep. Yeah, that's awesome.
To have that on my wall as a decoration is so much cooler than just buying some random cool nature photo. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. I love hearing that. Yeah,
I did for the other day for the first time when we went fluking on the way in. I changed my GoPro to photo mode and I took a still shot of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And I posted it online and everyone made fun of it. No one liked it, and everyone made slurs about me being Fallon. So it's just sitting there now unliked. So I'm not posting anymore.
I almost felt bad. He was so excited. Look at me, I'm like John Fallon. And then
I didn't say I'm like I sent you a picture and I said, look, this camera actually takes beautiful photo scenes, and you just responded like you're in love with John Fallon. Stop the shit.
I think the first comment on that photo was someone just blasting you for getting skunked. It said, "Oh, that's the photo you take when you got skunked."
Yeah, John, you've inspired me to change my camera. But now, when this podcast episode does come out, at the same time, the Fallon video on YouTube is going to come out with it.
Nice. That was cool. That was good. I like that.
Yeah, you're actually going to get to see when fish do aerials in slow motion. You'll hear his camera going like a machine gun. The video is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
You get to see Chris break his face in half on a cooler in slow motion.
Yeah, I'm actually really impressed that you've held on to that clip for this long.
Well, I've had to save it for John, but now on Thursday it's going to be unleashed upon the world, and it will be clipped and sent everywhere. Don't worry.
Oh, I mean, that's fine, but I wanted John on here to confirm. Do you remember whose rod I tripped over? Who left their rod right in the middle of the boat?
No, the video
Sure,
clearly
shows.
The video clearly shows that I was putting a fish back in the water while he was photographing it. When another bobber went down, I yelled bobber down, and you just collapsed over.
Well, when you were putting your fish back, well, where did you put your rod?
I have no idea.
Right down in the middle of the boat between my legs.
The video shows it all. John, it's been an absolute pleasure, man. I thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Real quick before we let you go, just for anyone who's interested in picking up the photography portion of this whole outdoors fishing, hunting hobby, can you just let everyone know like the specifics of the gear you kind of use, just in general, just in case anyone's curious?
Yeah, sure. So I have a Canon camera body, and it's a 100 to 400 lens. So it's got some good zoom qualities. I carry a wide angle lens. And then the GoPro, really. That's the three main things I use. I mean, I have a macro lens too, which is pretty cool for getting close-ups of like scales and eyeballs and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool.
That's a lens for the camera or the GoPro?
The macro is for the regular camera. Yeah, so I
And
carry
then
three lenses.
What's that? What was that?
So I carry three lenses for the regular camera, like a long one, a wide angle, and then the macro, and then the GoPro.
Okay.
The GoPro for.
You had like some kind of giant lens that the GoPro was in that let you take like a half underwater, half above water photo without it kind of blurring.
Right. That's the dome lens cover for the GoPro. So
that's in the video. You could see that in the video.
Yeah. That pushes the water line out away, so you can get that like over and under shot.
Yeah. That was pretty cool too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That picture's in the video too. The over and under shot of the salmon. It's all in the video. Watch the video. But your Facebook is just John Fallon.
Yeah. Yep.
Your Instagram is Fallon Outdoors. Fallon _outdoors.
Yep, that's right.
And do you have any other socials?
Nope, that's it. No website or anything yet.
Just Instagram, Facebook, John Fallon and Fallon Outdoors.
Yep. That's it.
And you're going to be with us July 29th live on YouTube from the beaches of New Jersey looking for giant sharks.
Sweet. Awesome. Can't wait.
Awesome.
You better show up, John, because I'm not going to have Joe crying on my lap the whole time because you didn't make it.
I'll be on the parkway hyperventilating into a paper bag the whole ride.
Which rest stop?
Oh, man.
I gotta get, as soon as this is over, I gotta go tell my wife, we're going fishing with Fallon again.
Oh, my God.
She's
going to be so jealous.
Call a divorce attorney soon. What's going on here? John, I appreciate you coming on so much. I hope you like the video that we made for you.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And I'm sure we're gonna have you on here a lot more because it seems like a lot more cool shit we're gonna do.
Oh yeah, definitely. Sweet.
Thank you so much, dude. Hopefully,
Cool.
if you get lucky, Chris will say goodbye. Sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he does. He may try to keep you here longer just to piss me off, but I don't know. Yeah. I said goodbye.
Yeah, before you go, John, you've done so many different things. Did you want to share one particular like really awesome fishing story before you go that over the years, just one that really stands out?
I mean, the steelhead out in Lake Erie was super cool. I mean, they're migrating up this little stream, and 8, 9, 10 pound steelhead jumping up. That's probably my favorite photo shoot I've ever done. And then
Did you just get like right down the river and they were like jumping right past you?
Yeah, so it's a stream that's protected. The guys can't fish it, but people can come up and check it out. So just got right in there with it, and just got these awesome shots.
I tell him about steelhead all the time, John. He doesn't listen to me. I think they're the most. Oh God! If you ever took a picture of me with a steelhead, that would be. Oh God.
Yeah.
Will you come steelhead fishing with me, John? Please.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're
going. See how he takes the bait, John? I could make this podcast 3 hours long if I wanted to. I just keep going.
All right, John, I'm done. I'm not talking no more.
All right, for real, John. Yeah, it was a pleasure fishing with you. No joke.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It was great. We're going to have you on more trips. You're always welcome to fish. It's going to be awesome. The shark trip's going to be awesome.
Great.
And I highly, highly recommend anyone watching or listening to this, check out John's photos on one of his social media pages. They're freaking awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
And John, don't ever be afraid to just leave the camera home and tell us you want to go fishing. We'll take you out anytime.
All right. Sounds good.
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
It ain't happening.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, guys.
Take care, bud.
See you, man.
All right, guys. So it is confirmed. Fallon is coming to the shark fishing trip July 29th. We're pretty sure it's 5:30 p.m. live on YouTube. Once it goes live, it stays live. Chris did bring an interesting idea. Anyone who is live, you are welcome to come on split screen. You can come on the live as a guest at any time and ask a question to the shark guide. You could ask John a question. You could ask me or Chris a question, or you could just give a statement. But everyone is welcome to come on. If you post a comment, let me on, we'll bring you on.
Well, one at a time.
One at a time. Yeah,
let's be real clear. It's gonna kind of be like, the idea is
experimental.
Yeah, the idea is you kind of like you're calling into a radio station. So, like, if someone has something specific they want to say, when we're done, if we're talking about something in between and someone wants to come on and say something about it, we can try to let them pop in to the live feed, whatever way they want. They want to wear a paper bag over their head while they're talking because they don't want anyone to see them, whatever. You could actually come on.
If you need a paper bag over your head, just type the comment. There's no reason to come in the video. Moving on from the shark fishing, that's coming up 2 weeks, but before that, tomorrow, the Grand Slam, it begins. 48 straight hours of fishing on 2 lakes.
He's got the Team Mayhem shirt up again. He's lifting it because his body isn't high enough to get on the camera.
It is not. But, yes, Friday night, 4 p.m. If you're not registered yet, get to the Sporting Life and registered. Get to the Sporting Life and get registered. We still all have to print out our mystery item Friday, or we have to go there and get it if you don't have a printer, I think.
No, I don't think you don't have to go there and get it. It's my understanding that it's going to be some kind of random number letter combination that isn't going to be generated until.
I'm pretty sure it has to be printed.
I mean, that's going to be a huge pain in the ass for me personally, but.
Let's get Mike on the phone.
All right, call him up.
All right.
So while Joe's doing that, I just want to reiterate the whole bumper board situation.
Mike.
He's got him.
Mike, you're live on the Multi-Species podcast, Mike. The secret item, it has to be printed out.
We cannot hear him, Joe. Joe, we cannot hear Mike.
All right, Okay, but it can't be something that you just write down. It's an actual item. How does an item come out of a printer?
We still can't hear him, Joe.
All right, hold on. This thing ain't working. I'll call you back. All right. The secret item cannot be copied onto a piece of paper. It needs to either be printed out from the RVTA's Facebook page,
Okay.
or it needs to be picked up from the Sporting Life.
They'll have printed copies of it?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
that's what he just said. You can't get it has to be I was under the impression it was possibly an index card. Another good question that was brought up to me by Kevin was, nowhere on the paperwork does it indicate where exactly to send your bunk board photos. And I know you were just about to get into the bunk boards.
Yeah.
Mikey said that there is going to be a post with the Weighmaster's information on where to text all your pictures of bunk board entries.
So now, as soon as you take your fish measurement picture on the bunk board and your picture with the background of the tower, you're going to immediately send that via
to the
email?
Weighmasters. By Weighmaster. That information hasn't been released yet. I don't know if it's going to be a phone number or text. I don't know. It could be phone number, email. He said there'll be a post of where to send all the pictures, but they're also going to keep updating that big board. So, as you send the fish in, the board will update, and you'll see board updates coming out on the website.
Yeah, and I didn't get a chance to clear this up either, but I'm assuming one of the major, if not the number one tiebreaker, if two fish are the same length, is going to be which one was submitted first.
That's usually the way it's always worked. Yeah, I would assume that.
Right. So there's going to be a secret image that they reveal right before the contest starts, and you either have to print this out yourself to have it in the pictures to prove that you didn't catch this fish.
Well, I can tell you right now, someone's going to try to take a picture of this thing with their cell phone, and then they're going to try to just be holding the picture of it on their cell phone in the picture with the fish, and it's not going to count. You have to be holding this piece of paper with this picture on it. That's it. That's the rules.
If you don't have access to a print, when is this going to be available? Did he tell you?
He said it'll be by Wednesday or Thursday, the latest, the number and it's one picture, one clear down angle picture of the fish on a bunk board, one clear picture of you holding the fish with one of the towers in the background.
To prove you're at one of the two lakes, okay.
And then the last picture is the fish with the secret item.
Well, I think you can take the fish on the bunk board with the picture of the secret, with the item, the secret item printed out in that picture.
Okay,
or,
so you can do that.
Does it have to be on that picture or both pictures?
When you sign up, you get a copy of the rule sheet. I have it. So you get your raffle ticket and you get your copy of the rule sheet. And it says.
And feel free to, if you send Mike K a message, or even if you post a question on the Multi-Species Mayhem Fishing Facebook page and you tag Mike K's Guide Service, he will answer you fairly quickly. He's been answering people fairly quickly and clearing up any questions you might have.
Okay. Yeah, Mikey will answer anything. Even if you get the question to us, if you can't reach Mikey, if you get the question to me or Chris, we'll get the question to Mikey. You also could reach out to Matt Yanetta because I'm pretty sure he's the other one that designed. Mikey and Matt Yanetta, I think, designed this tournament. It's being hosted by the RVTA and the Sporting Life, but I think Yanetta and Mikey, they designed it, so they know the rules of it better than anyone. Those two.
It's a massive contest. They're attempting to have this massive contest, and this is the first that I know of that this is being attempted. I don't think I've ever seen this attempted before.
Like I said,
So-
I have fished in the 2-day hybrid tournament that Mikey's thrown before, and it's been awesome. But a multi-species, multi-lake tournament like this, no,
Yeah.
I've never seen this.
Yeah, no, I've seen the paper tournaments for bass or for a specific species or a specific lake or whatever, but this is huge. I mean, so I'm sure there's going to be things that they realize as it's going that, oh, hey, next time let's try this instead or whatever. But I think for the most part, this seems like it's going to run fairly smoothly, and it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. So
it's going to be fun. There's a rumor that Scott Howard has a foghorn for this. What are those called? A megaphone?
A megaphone. Well, he definitely has a foghorn because I've heard him blast it in the morning on ice fishing trips.
He has a foghorn. He has a megaphone ready for this. This is going to be all hell. I mean, I signed this sign-up sheet, and if I was basically able to, list everyone was on it. I don't even know who else to call. Everyone that fishes in New Jersey was on the list, except for John Gabrini and Joe Bergen, because who knows what's going on. But
they're on a romantic getaway at Candlewood.
They're they're in Connecticut or something. But everyone was on there. I mean, Yanetta, Reddy, I saw them all. Mikey, Eddie, Fast Eddie, everyone's on there. Chris isn't on there. He's not even signed up yet.
Yeah, no, by the time this episode goes up, I'll be signed. I live 8 minutes away. I can do it whenever I want. I just didn't yet.
All right, so we're pretty much done here. Next week, who's next week?
We got Matt Teeter next week.
Oh, that's right. Matt Teeter's coming on. He has me blocked on Facebook, and he friend requested my wife. He's coming on.
I don't think that's true.
Most of it is, from my perspective.
But I mean, just so everyone knows, I mentioned it before, but he's an avid fisherman, but he's also a lawyer. So we're gonna kind of talk about. No, we're not going to talk about Team Mayhem. The contest's going to be over by then. I'll tell you what we might have to talk to him about is some situations of guys that don't follow the rules and get disqualified and arguing about it. But, we're going to talk to him about a lot of legal aspects regarding fishing, the shark fishing, for example. All
right, so next week's Matt Teeter. Then the week after that, Saturday night, July 29th, the Shark Fishing Live. That is the podcast for that week. There will not be a podcast that week. That live will be turned into a podcast episode because any time spent not catching fish will be spent talking to you guys. So that is the episode. And then who's after the Shark episode? After the Shark episode, that's Captain Ron, correct?
That's it. That's August 7th. We're going to record it, so that episode's going to be out August 10th. That's going to be the episode with Captain Ron Santi of The Fisherman.
August 10th, The Fisherman, Captain Ron. Very, very excited to have him coming on. He's our biggest saltwater captain we've had on the show. Just very excited to have him on board. Cannot wait to talk to him. If you have questions for Captain Ron, because it's not often you get to actually ask Captain Ron questions, you could email him to njmultispecies@gmail.com. I'll read them to him.
Did you check the email for any questions to John Fallon now that he's gone?
I actually didn't advertise questions for Fallon because I knew that we were pretty much going to basically cover mostly the questions,
I did. You did miss one. I did have one question.
Well, I don't see everything. This is a two-man team thing here.
I know.
can't do it all. I mean, I already have to catch
I'm-
all the fish. I can't check all the emails.
You don't catch all the fish. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm backing you up right now. I'm gonna
So
read.
you're backing me up to read an email for Fallon now that Fallon's gone?
I think you might be able to read. You might be able to answer this question anyway.
Fallon's gone.
No, I know, but you can answer this question. I'm just seeing it now because you didn't do your job. So this question is from Kevin Glenn, and he wants to know how much secret footage there is of Joe and on the trip that his wife would be jealous of.
The entire video is being released, including the part where Chris smashes his face onto a bait bucket.
Tripping over Joe's rod.
That is in slow motion, and you could actually hear bones breaking in the slow motion. I just got a text from Mike right now. It says the mystery item will be available 8 a.m. It can be picked up at the Sporting Life, or it will be available on Round Valley Trout Association's Facebook page, and you could print it out.
So you cannot pull it up on your phone.
There will also be a line for each angler to print his or her name. So this secret item will have your name written on it.
Okay, so you cannot use your phone to show the image in the picture, like another phone.
You need this on paper.
You have to print this out. If you can't print it out, just swing by the Sporting Life one more time before you head out, and they'll have them printed out there, correct?
You swing by Staples or something, they'll print something for you for $0.25. So will a library. You can go to the local library. If you're near Chris's, you have a printer, Chris?
Nope.
All right, Chris can't help you. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm getting ready now to fish for the next 48 hours. So I have about 27 rods to rig up for different shit. And we're really hoping that we can put up a good showing here in this tournament. Believe it or not, a lot of guys like Max Wilson and Kevin Glenn, Ed Hutter, there's been a lot of prep work and a lot of thought and strategy going in behind what we're going to try to do. So we actually are trying hard. There are other people from Mayhem I haven't even met, like Michael Rivera. He said he's coming to help Mayhem. We're very glad. Thomas Wyatt is coming. So a lot of people, even if the tournament we don't win, it's still going to be fun, and it seems like we're going to get to meet a lot of people that we've never met in person.
Yeah, no, it's going to be awesome. There's no doubt about it. And like I've said before, the cost of admission for the raffle ticket is worth it in itself.
Once again, one last reminder: do have to be present to win the raffles. If you get a raffle ticket when you sign up, but if you are not there Sunday at 4:00 at the Sporting Life, you cannot win the raffle if you're not there.
Right. They're going to call a number. If nobody there has that numbered ticket,
they're calling the next one.
They're just moving. They're just throwing it in the garbage and moving on. Like it's a live raffle, period.
Good luck to everyone fishing in the Grand Slam. Good luck to everyone fishing in the Knee Deep Hybrid Tournament, and good luck to everyone fishing
and
in no tournaments.
Right. And this episode is recorded before we find out who won the St. Croix rod given away by Sporting Life and Mikey K's Guide Service. But by the time this episode gets put up, there already is a winner. So congratulations to that person who we do not know who it is yet, but enjoy the rod. And like Joe said, good luck at the...
Like I said, as I always do, we got new microphones, we got new cameras, we're doing live episodes. That's all because the subscribers went up. If they keep going up, we'll keep adding more stuff. There's shirts, there's stuff, more stuff coming. Just keep hitting subscribe. Listen, they still make me sick, these mongrels. There's 1,000 of them in that one group, and they just won't fucking subscribe. You guys all suck.
You know how many podcasts I listened to before you made me start doing this?
Because no one wants to listen to your podcast.
Zero.
So what? You don't have to listen to the podcast. Just click subscribe. I don't care if you listen to the podcast. Just click subscribe and never listen to it again.
How many people do you think listen to you beg for this and then go, I feel bad. I'm going to go on there and do it?
Nah, they intentionally just hold out. I know that. They won't do it. Like Luke is like one of your best fishing buddies, and he subscribed a week ago. Well, like, Luke, you know this has been out for 19 weeks, right? Oh, yeah, I just didn't subscribe yet. Well, thank you.
He forgot.
Yeah, it gets put on the back burner.
Oh, well, we'll see how it goes.
Good luck to everyone fishing in the Grand Slam, and be safe. Watch the weather, and
yeah,
that's all I could say.
Yeah, the weekend looks nice as of now. Again, we're recording this earlier in the week, and you're not hearing it till Thursday, so I'm sure the weather's been updated. But yes, keep an eye on the weather. There's with the humidity and stuff we've been having, you're going to get pop-up thunderstorms, stuff like that possible. So just keep an eye out. But generally speaking, the weather for the weekend looked really nice when I checked today, earlier in the week.
All right, good luck and good night.
Take care, guys.